Alright, so got that in there, not in there I should say, test fitted in there, that floor pan. Looks pretty good. This is maybe off tiny little bit, like maybe I need to come forward with it. Possibly, but as you can see, that shape and this here, like I said, it's off a tiny little bit. Need to come forward probably. I did notice I've got that right there that I need to hammer flat, so that'll probably make the difference. I'll be able to slide it forward that much more, and I get that. But for a first trial fit, not too bad. And this is somewhat close. I was able to pull it down here. I'll have to do the same thing here. Probably means this little plate that I made might not be exactly where it needs to be. So I might pull it down a little bit somehow. Try to get that pretty close. Back here, same thing. Needs to come down, I guess, a little bit, but put a screw in there and that actually seems like it's not bad. Obviously this, but that is probably just this new floor pan. Needs to contour to it. And this stuff here is not too bad. So this is horrible, but that's okay. I'm going to have to fill it in. That part actually is not, it looks, I think, worse on video. From about right here forward, it's not bad. This back here, as you can see, is pretty crazy. So I'm going to have to get a chunk of something, the old floor pan or whatever, so, and cut that out. Of course, I can bend this a little bit more too down, so that might close that up a tad. But yeah, right here is still going to be a problem. And then I need to go, once I get it kind of set in, and scribe it along the inside all the way along and get that cut, and then hopefully get this thing even closer. So the front doesn't look bad. As you can see, the angles there, same thing, again, off just a little bit, but if you look at the left hand side here, about right there, obviously that's a bunch of overlapped metal. So I think once that's cleaned up and it's no longer overlapping, it's all pushed into one line, that'll probably take this there and move it over just a little bit. So I think that'll line up fine. But yeah, like I said, for right now, first test fit, not too bad. Got a little more work to do, and well, quite a bit more work to do, but at least it's moving forward. So let me keep going, and I'll turn this thing back on in just a little bit. Alright, so pretty much got that floor pan in. There's a few more things to do, but that is basically it. As you can see, the little ribs, whatever they're called right there, those I'm going to have to put a little filler on. Actually, I think I'm just probably going to use some fiberglass. I'll probably just put some fiberglass all the way along the whole entire seam, get that done. And there's a couple spots I still need to go ahead and grind a little bit. But yeah, see, I gotta definitely get that transmission tunnel redone. Got that back in. I need to clean up these welds here. I just couldn't get in with my disc grinder, so I'm gonna probably use like a die grinder, not a die grinder, a Dremel, to get that. But I got all the spot welds for the seat bracket, all that stuff in there. This is kind of what I was talking about as far as try to get that glare to go away. Doing a little more grinding on these guys just to make them a little flatter. So I got a new welder, so I'm still trying to get it figured out. But all in all, not bad. It'll work. So, and like I said, I'll just run some fiberglass all along on that guy. And so now I can get over here and start on this side. And like I said, get that transmission tunnel, at least part of it there, replaced. So, but I'm going to continue moving forward, so probably just go ahead and turn this back on when I get the whole thing finished, because it's going to be same thing I did here. So cut it all the spot welds out and get it in, so I'll just go ahead and do that. But once I get this finished up, I'll turn this thing back on and let you guys see how it looks. Thanks. Alright, so got the two floor pans in, the section of transmission as well. Didn't turn out too bad. Got a few spots I may try to go over with a little bit of body filler. I did put body filler along here, and that all looks pretty good. So, but right there, could use a little work. I might put a little filler there. It was just hard to get to, so I thought I'll leave it, but I might just lay a little in there and just hand sand it. That, I don't know what the heck that was. I didn't see that until after the fact. I guess I was so preoccupied with all of that stuff that I didn't notice it at the time, but I don't know. I might do something with that, or I may just leave it alone. Still got to get in here and clean all that, and those little dimples. I don't know what those are from, but I may try to hit those with the body hammer and just flatten them out a little bit. The transmission tunnel, the new section's in there, so I just got to start working my way forward now, up to the firewall, which is what I am going to do. I don't know, I may continue this video with that, or I may just decide to go ahead and get it all cleaned up, get everything painted, and show you the end results. Firewall. So a few things on it. I've got a assembly manual. I don't know if it would show, but some of the stuff, I think the contours and the dents or whatever you want to call them aren't supposed to be there. So I'd kind of like to look at that book and see if there is something that's not supposed to be there, and if it is, then go ahead and fix it. But if everything is pretty much the way it's supposed to be, I'm just going to clean it up and go ahead and paint it. So I'll look through the book and see what's going on, and if all the little dimples and contours that are there are supposed to be there, then I'll just go ahead and show you when it's all done and painted, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and do that. I'll look at the book and then see what it's supposed to be, and I'll get back with you guys and let you know what's happening.